Hello, dear community, and very welcome back to AVL Demo Day in Graz, in the headquarters of AVL. We have next awesome startups with us that I'd like to announce. Holgar Banzhaf from DeepScenario. Holgar, welcome. And Florian Albert from AVES Reality. Welcome. And of course, Sebastian Jagsch from AVL Creators Expedition. Sebastian, welcome.
Hi, Dejan.
First of all, I'd like to know what you guys do. What kind of solutions do you work on?
So we at DeepScenario, we bring the real world into simulation so that you can simulate traffic scenarios in your virtual world.
Is it like a digital twin kind of product?
You can imagine it as a dynamic digital twin. We put a special focus on the dynamic layer, so how we humans move on the world and how we interact with each other.
With real-time data, or yes?
So how it works is we build up an AI engine that takes videos from monocular camera and it processes these in order to provide our customers with this virtual world, with this content for simulation.
Which problem are you solving here?
The field in the autonomous driving field, we are working on training and testing autonomous vehicles.
Fantastic.
So really making them smart and intelligent, intelligently interacting with each other, and also proving the safety that they are really like safe interacting with us humans.
How far are you with the product? Is it already up and running?
Yeah, we are working with a lot of customers in the field. We can name a few, for example, Bosch, Torque Robotics, and of course we collaborate with AVL as part of the Creators Expedition.
Fantastic. Florian, tell us about your startup.
Yeah, at AVES Reality, we basically automate virtual world creation. That means we have a technology that turns any place on Earth into a virtual reality synthetic environment. And we're using this to basically enable the next level of autonomous driving development. Because by that solution, where we use satellite images and turn them into these 3D models, we can build up a safe space to validate, test, and develop autonomous cars. Other than Holgar, we're only in the static part. That means we're turning up any place on Earth, and then we're handing this over into the simulation toolchain as the static ground layer, including an HD roadmap, which is very important if you want to simulate. You have a traffic model and so on. So we're supplying the HD roadmap and the visual representation of the 3D world around it.
And you also use the real-time data then to work with?
It's basically not real-time data, it's real-world data,
Yeah.
so satellite images and topographic data, and then we're building up these models, yes.
How far are you? Are you also up and running?
We're up and running, we're in business, working with 9 different enterprise customers so far. Also collaborating with AVL currently in the field of test and validation for larger scale environments and also rapid and scalable generation of HD maps.
Which problem exactly are you solving with that?
So usually the problem when you talk about 3D digital twins is that it's very cost and time intense to capture the data and to rebuild. Especially if you want to have, like seen over there, the visually appealing 3D representation. This is very time and cost intense because it's artistic work. And we have automated this whole process, so we're solving cost and time problems there.
In the, I will use a buzzword now that it's not in anymore, but in the metaverse. Did I understand it correctly?
It's basically a form of metaverse, yeah. So our worlds could be the backbone of future metaverse applications, for instance.
Fantastic.
It's running on game engines, so it's
Ah,
metaverse ready.
cool. Sebastian, it would be unfair to have only startups pitching, so please, can you also pitch the Creators Expedition for us?
At Creators Expedition, we are a team that connects the dots between the startup world and our internal operational business units, meaning we find, or the startups find us as a company, and then we connect them to the right departments who are interested in the solution that the startup provides, so that we can build as a team and teamed up collaboratively better solutions than if we would do it on our own. To open up for our customer base, to open up for our own technology roadmaps, as well as maybe integrating the startup solutions into our own tools.
Fantastic. How does this work in this particular case? Did you find already the unit to work together with?
Of course. So we have executed our Creators Exhibition program collaborative work already. That means we are up and running as well in terms of the partnerships, and it's now about to really finally validate the technologies and solutions and bring them to customers, because at the end we all want to make business with it.
And I think there's a nice story behind how you guys met. Can somebody explain that? I think one of you was in the Creators Expedition launch and advised the other startup to join as well.
Actually, it was kind of like that, but I think it was a different startup that announced us. It was NXRT.
Okay.
But anyway, it's the story that we were promoted by an already in the program startup, and that's how we got in contact. And
Do you see
we know
that
each
happen?
other from before.
From before.
Yeah.
Do you see that happen increasingly? So the startups who work with you recommend other startups to join?
Which is the most positive thing that we can have. So
Yeah.
that's perfect. Yes, it happens because everything is around. We are in an ecosystem, startup ecosystem, and corporate open innovation ecosystem is something where it is about proof points and it's about connections. And yes, of course, we like it that people are talking about us and even recommend to participate here.
Now back to autonomous, because this is obviously a super exciting topic, and we've been hearing and reporting also as broadcasting about autonomous a lot, autonomous drones and every other things, and obviously cars as well. And there were predictions that we'll have the technology up and running on the market by 2025. Since you guys are the experts, is that realistic? And are we going to see that?
These predictions are always interesting for us humans, of course. What we see right now is that we have a service in San Francisco that is running. It's Waymo, the Google company, and that can be used by the public. And then in Germany, we, for example, have a level 3 drive pilot by Mercedes that can be used as well. So what we see right now are incremental steps towards autonomy with different applications.
Do you dare to predict when autonomous is going to be on the roads?
I think you can do some predictions. So, for example, next big thing will be hub-to-hub trucking. That is predicted for 2026 to 2027, and that will be a use case that I believe in will definitely come.
Florian.
Yeah, I've always tried to predict numbers in terms of years, but I think that, as Holger already said, we see in the European space, we see the Mercedes drive pilot, BMW announced some stuff for the new i7 series. So I think there we see the L3 stuff getting to series production, and I think this will then obviously be deployed to the other ranges as well, and then the next big thing is probably going to be the L4 cars with the next generation of probably luxury vehicles first. So that might be maybe then in 5 to 7 years, but we'll see how everything works around it with regulation and so on. And so
maybe just give us, I know we have to hurry up, but just give us a short insight on what is in it for you in a collaboration like that. You need companies like AVL to collaborate in order to reach your product market fit.
yeah, I mean, one of the main benefits, if you are able to partner up with somebody who's already an established player in an industry, at least for us as small companies, that's very, very valuable. It gives you credibility and it gives you also access to different customers. And so that's one of the main benefits here, at least from our side.
From your side, similar?
It's definitely the case that AVL understands what the customer needs. And if he approaches you with these requirements, that helps you a lot to establish that product market fit.
And what's in it for you? Is it a new revenue stream that you're creating together here? Why is it interesting for you, this collaboration?
It's simply said because the complexity of the solutions that we need for the future is something we can't solve on our own, and therefore we need partners that are doing parts of the big chunk, and in these ecosystems we can be successful. That's the gain, and that's the thing why we do that.
Are we going to be able to create a mutual business model around it? Because at the end of the day, we have to have a business model that creates revenues so that everybody can be happy at the end. Otherwise, it's a charity.
I mean, that's what we're here for, yeah.
Cool. Confident that you're going to succeed in that?
I mean, with big corporations, you start small and then you need to grow it bigger,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so in this initial Creators Expedition, you can show your value, and then you need to push hard in order to bring it to the next steps. And the ideal goal is to really bring it into a recurring project that you continuously deliver value to the end customer.
Fantastic. Keep us posted on that. It's a very interesting topic that we want to know more about. Have fun the rest of the day. Many people are waiting for you at your stalls. Stay tuned. We're coming back with next startups from the Demo Day AVL headquarters. Today, the place to be. Thank you for being with us and see you later.